Commanders, and welcome back to Ranked Play with Matthremar. We have a mind control build today. It is all about the MC. And funny part about this is we are doing MC Hammer. So MC Hammer, ha 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 ha. Okay, enough about that. Let's go back to here. If you like what you see today, please do like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you want notifications when I drop new videos. Also, please feel free to comment below. And if anybody has a build they'd like for me to have a look at or take a try, just go ahead and let me know and I'll have a peek, see if it's something that intrigues me. All right, so let's get right into it. This is our setup. We have a whole bunch of Mindshrooms. They're all level 8. And you only get more shrooms as they level up. There's no power stones or anything involved there. The Mind Corruptor, we have 2 damage 3s. Even though damage 4s are available, we're only running damage 3s because I like to save my power stones for raids. Then we have a level 10 Stormcaller with double aim 4. So that gives us a 50% chance to deal double damage. Then we've got our Barrier Monk with double ability 2 and a block 1, which I really ought to have upgraded to block 2, but I guess I've used that on somebody else. Then we have our Druid with block 1 and protection 3 and aim 1. Then we have a rear guard with the Plaguebearers, and they have protection 2 and run speed 4, which isn't necessarily crucial, but it does have decent timing for where you want them to be throughout the encounters. The last one is the Arcane Archer way up here in the corner. Thunderstrike and block 2. That's where I used it. All right, so let's show you. Let's take a peek at these artifacts real fast, just because they're critical to what we're doing. We have a 70% chance increased speed at mind control, and it lasts 140% longer. Then we also have the max reduction in the resistance to mind control. We have the Arcane Reconstruction Hammer, which is used for the Mindshrooms. And if we move this over here, we can see the crucial part of this. A 35% chance when one of these Mindshrooms is stepped on for it to spawn again. So that's a basically 1 in 3 chance. Then we have the Eyes of the Ancient One, which got nerfed pretty hard, but given all the stuff that I'm going to have mind controlled, you're going to see quite a few eyes still popping, not nearly as many as before, because it used to be 30%. Now it's down to a maximum of 15 at rank 1. So that is what we are working with. Let me show you some of the highlights of what we've done with this build. Now, this is not watch Matthremar win. This is me picking some of the highlights of how this build works. And obviously, I am not winning every battle. You'll see by my success rate that I'm usually somewhere between 40 and 75 or 80. So I did fairly well, kind of coming back up from dropping below 1,000 on this one. And again, I'm just trying things out, seeing how things do and seeing how things function, especially given the changes that have occurred with the recent patch. So we're up against a nature build. Very stout unit levels, lots of 12s, 2 10s, and a 9. And let's watch as they march right into my Mindshrooms. Poof. Okay, I've got the Untamed Beast. The Mind Controller, Mind Corruptor got the Stormcaller. The Beast is out now, but he hits the shrooms again. But the thing to note is when you Mind Control the Beast, he still attacks anything that's not nature. So he attacked all the stuff that I had that wasn't nature, and then went back to the enemy units that were mind controlled, or not mind controlled. So now I look like I'm in trouble because I've just got that Arcane Archer, but I've still got a giant wall of shrooms to protect me. So that was pretty straightforward. Yeah, you just watch those powerful units, again, 10s, 11s, and 12s. The moment they hit those shrooms, they're yours. It lasts quite a while. Okay, now this one is going to be fascinating because this one has a teleport Untamed Beast. So similar setup. This one has the same artifacts as the last one, except for 1 less on the Amulet of the Panther Queen. And there's assassins in this one. So let's see how this one plays out. All right, there goes my Stormcaller and a few other things. That Untamed Beast, it's savage. It's ripping me to shreds. But I've now got some stuff mind controlled on both sides of the line with the crows and the dire wolves. There went my Arcane Archer, but again, you know, we got a lot of stuff hitting those shrooms. But in the end, it doesn't matter. The mind control wears off and they finish me off. So again, this isn't watch me win. This is showing you how this functions up against different builds. So there's one nature that I won against and another one that I lost. But you can see the power of those Mindshrooms when you've got a 45% chance on contact with a shroom to take over an Untamed Beast. He's just got to hit 2 of those and it's almost 100% chance you're going to have him. All right, let's have a look at this squad. All right, we got EC's Paladin, Drummer, and some Righteous Defenders. Those are all your order units. Then for nature, you've got 2 sets of Warhounds, 2 sets of Dire Wolves, and then you've got a Mind Corruptor. All right, so he's got the Ring of Unity on there, and he's only got the 2 factions, so he's only got the potential of a maximum of 5% bonus health. He's using eyes as well. So, okay. Toe, he's got more units than the toe threshold, so that he's going to get a heal at some point and then a major buff to his units. But the thing that I kind of have mixed feelings about, because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, is starting your army with over the cap if you're running ECs, because these ECs right here have lower HP right now. And if they're the first ones to drop, then they're not going to be the ones that get that buff. So that's something that, again, it's totally up to you if you want to do that. That's just the risk you take. It is that your ECs may be the things that die first, and then you're left with the other stuff getting that major toe buff. Another nice thing about this build is with this Mind Corruptor right here, you have the potential of popping above and below that threshold and getting a repetitive heal from the Troll Giant's toe. So let's see what we're working with here. If I recall correctly, the RDs have teleport on them. So watch for that real fast. They're just going to pop right over. Poof, there they go. And there was also those Warhounds in the back. I didn't even notice that the first time. But yeah, you see that squad hit those shrooms and boom, they start shredding each other to pieces. The Stormcaller earns his keep by burning that Mind Corruptor, and poof, it's over. And you'll see that several times with these squads. They just run into the Mindshrooms and shred each other to bits, and it's over so fast. Okay, so this one, no crown, and there's a wagon. Okay, so we have an RD swarm. Oh, and there's the wagon way up here in the top corner. And a whole bunch of RDs, all level 10 and 11. 2 life or blessed bomb bots, and then we've got molten armor and an ember fiend. Okay, so we got some fire, and that's, I guess, to maximize this sort of the phoenix. And it looks like, yeah, we do have 4 constructs in here to work with that reconstruction hammer. There's the battle wagon, the molten armor, and the 2 blessed bomb bots. So he's hoping to get a couple of pops from those bomb bots to get those RDs back up and to have that fire going, because that fire is savage. If you saw my Phoenix video, you'll notice that one shot from the Phoenix and it'll delete barrier monks, Stormcallers, Mind Corruptors. If you can get a high rank and you can get a shot off on them, they're just toast because it lasts so long, that burn. Okay, so let's see how it goes down. Okay, there was no teleports, and here comes the wagon. The wagon hits the shrooms, and poof, now I have a wagon. Okay, they take out the blessed bomb bot from behind so he doesn't get a huge cleanse on all the mind control up front, and just so many shrooms. I've taken over the vast majority of his army, and he doesn't have the crown. So there's no way that he's getting these units back until the time expires, and the time is super long. So, I mean, if you had a crown of the Lightbringer, I would use that instead and drop those constructs. But again, you know, it's working for him much of the time for the level that he's at. So let's see. Squad, close one. All right, so we have a squad. Oh, I didn't see the unit levels. Let's see if we can catch those. Yeah, okay, so lots of 9s and 10s, and then I can't really see anything that's behind the nameplate. So we've got a squad with Barrier Monk, Paladin, ECs, Drummer, and that looks like the Monster Hunter skin, the new one that just dropped. And then I can't see what else is behind there, so we're going to go ahead and run it to see what's... Oh, it's Stormcaller. There we go. So yeah, lots of new skins in there. That's kind of cool. And he hits the shrooms. He's already blown the crap out of my Arcane Archer, so I don't have my contingency plan anymore. But his ECs keep kind of getting backed into those shrooms, and I keep claiming that one dude, and it holds him in place long enough for me to get his bubble to pop. And there we go. We got an eye to proc at the right time. Wow, that was close. That was very close. So yeah, some of these, they're just to show you the power of those shrooms. That wow, they just can take one unit and that shifts the entire battle. All right, so let's see. Corner Phoenix Pong. Oh, yes. Okay, so let's get our unit levels here and see what we're working with. There it is. Okay, so we got a wagon in the back. We got a Molten Armor, Crystal Spire. We got some Plaguebearers, a Phoenix, and some Shrooms of their own. So, oh yeah, the Phoenix Pong. The Phoenix just kind of runs back and forth between those two sets of Shrooms. It's really kind of funny. So let's go ahead and watch, see how this plays out. Okay. Plaguebearers coming, and you can mind control anything if you've got that Eye of the Corruptor. So even Plaguebearers, Risen Warriors, whatever you want to mind control, you can mind control it. It's just a matter of getting in range and having the time to get it done. So very, very powerful. And again, the more HP that something has, the longer that it takes to mind control. So it took a while to get that Molten Armor, but now it's mine. Okay, so let's see what happens once we get to that wagon. Okay, the wagon hits the shrooms. Oh, and the entangling roots, but the Mind Corruptor takes it. So yeah, very, very powerful. And again, I'm showing you mostly the wins just because that's where some of the mechanics really shine. But there will be some battles where I get my butt handed to me coming up here pretty quick. And again, you can just look at the win rates right here. Again, 53%. That's nothing to write home about. But a lot of these you'll see that I do kind of get up into the 70-80% range. So we got another nature builds, just a whole lot of nature units, 2 very powerful Untamed Beasts. Let's see how this one goes. Okay, they're running into the shrooms, and boom, I've all of a sudden got a whole pack of dire wolves that are mine. Now I've got an Untamed Beast, and my Stormcaller is shredding anything in the back. And I've got his Stormcaller too. I must have gotten him with my Eyes of the Ancient One. And then poof, another Mindshroom, and that UB is mine. But here I am in a bit of trouble. Fortunately, I keep catching Mindshrooms. I had nothing left there. That was all him. So, all right, let's see. Was that the one we just watched? I think that was the one we just watched. Yeah, that was the one we just watched. So, but yeah, that was kind of neat to see those eyes catch those ones in the back. All right, so let's see. RD Swarm. All right, we have a very stout pack of RDs. They're all, looks to be about level 11. Got a Mind Corruptor in the middle with a Frost Wizard and some hammer just a pack of hammer throwers. I don't see anything on the bottom. Okay, so let's see how a bunch of RDs do as they run into my Wallow Shrooms. Oh, I got a Blessed Bomb bot there too, but I caught that with an eye, so he won't get more RD buffs from resurrecting a bunch of RDs to die again. There's a Crystal Spire in there too. Oh, Stormcaller just took out the enemy's Mind Controller, or Mind Corruptor. And the RDs are stuck on themselves. The crown heals them every so often, but my Mind Corruptor is very powerful, and I've got just enough to hold him in place to catch him again. See, several times. And now it gets down to the wire. They're still caught in those shrooms, and my Arcane Archer, this is why we included the Arcane Archer. Clean up on aisle 5, that's what I call that one. So Again, not to dig on anybody. That could have gone totally different depending on RNG, and I could have lost. But that's why it's nice to have some contingency plans like the Arcane Archers in the back, and that's why you see them in the top and bottom corners all the time. All right, so this one has an interesting title, What Just Happened? Let's get unit levels. There we go. So we got a level 11 Untamed Beast. We got a couple Warhounds in Badger Skin. We've got some Direwolves, 2 Druids, and a Stormcaller in the way back with some Crows down on the bottom. So again, good nature artifacts. We've got the toe. So again, the toe's not going to really come into play until he's got less than 11 units at rank 3. And the Pendant of Everlasting Winter, that's going to give a massive health buff in the end and freeze your enemies. So very, very good, well-rounded build. I like it. And now we see him run into my wall of shrooms. Oh, there were some assassins tucked in there that just took out my Arcane Archer. So yeah, they just run into the wall, and all of a sudden half his army is mine. The eyes that spawn catch everything else, and poof, game over. So yeah, it's really fun to see this in action. Just to see an entire army, half of it just turn to my side, and all of a sudden all your units belong to me. All right, so this one, oh, gotta rewind. Okay, so let's see where we're at here. Okay, I called this one a fort because I don't really know what to call it. It's not really a corner build. So I just called it a fort because he's got a wall in the front, and that's where he's protecting. But that wagon's going to run right into my shrooms, and poof, it's going to be mine. And then just a bunch of units on the bottom. Not too much to note here. He's only got the 1 artifact, so let's see how this plays out. Okay, Cannoneer is troublesome, but the wagon is now mine, which is coming from behind. And the Mind Corruptor is... Oh, look at that Mind Corruptor. He's got the Draining Spirit on it. And the Draining Spirits do less damage to Chaos units. So the Mind Corruptor lasted a long time. And fortunately, there wasn't anything else really tagging it, so it was able to go some good distance there. My Arcane Archer's doing a great job, just kind of cleaning some things up. Those brutes will be mine for the rest of the battle, because once that wagon crashes, whichever side it's on, that's what it belongs to. So yeah, the teleporting Draining Spirit, that was well placed, because a lot of people have their Mind Corruptors about that far back on the top and bottom. All right, let's go to this one, and then we're probably going to call it and do another video later. Oh, let's take a look at the units. Okay, so, okay, good stout unit levels. We've got a lot of level 11 RDs, and we've got a Cannoneer, Frost Wizard, Blessed Bombbots, 2 of them, some Hammer Throwers, and a Crystal Spire. So, yeah, pretty solid RD swarm. The Righteous Defenders in the very back, I think those are to protect this Blessed Bombot. If the assassins start eating through those, then by the time they hit the Blessed Bombot, the Righteous Defenders will just pop again, and they'll take out the assassins. So that's pretty clever. I like that setup. But yeah, I'm not sure if what he's going to have on that Crystal Spire. If he's got double range, that could be troublesome. So let's see how it goes. Okay, oh, he's running Primal Warhorn, so he's got run speed and attack speed buff. But yeah, they just hit that wall of shrooms, and again, half of their army is mine. The crown will undo that. Rank 2, I think that's every 7 seconds? Or is it 8? I think it's 8. But yeah, Mind Corruptor keeps turning him over and over and over again, and if the crown pops, they just run into the shrooms and instantly get mind controlled. So there you go. That's the first several videos. We're ending at RD Swarm, and I've got a whole lot more. So I'm going to do a separate video for the rest of these. It may end up being 3 videos, but there was just some really neat mechanics that went on through this whole thing. So anyway, thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe. If you have any comments, things that you think I could do differently to improve my build, or things that you noticed that other people did that were really clever with theirs, please feel free to leave those below. But thank you for watching, and we will have another video for you shortly.